and I don't know how the rash got there, and I don't know how long it's going to be there. But I called my doctor and I sent him pictures, and he was like, "Whoa, you need to get that looked at." And I was like, "I know I need to get that looked at. You're my doctor. That's why I texted to you." And he was like, he didn't know what to do. So he said, like, why would a rash be magenta and green? Like, how does you get a green rash? And I was like, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's from a kid's, like, there's like kids book stories about it. So anyway, they're really not sure what it is, but it's like everywhere. And by everywhere, I mean, it's everywhere, dude.
Welcome to the OmniDog and TBone show.
Are we live?
We've been live for a couple minutes. Yeah. Yeah.
It's been so long since we did a show. I forgot you do this to me. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I hadn't been on your show in a long time. Now this. The betrayal.
What?
The betrayal. The betrayal.
Yes, I am pretty much OmniDog Judas.
But we're back at it at the OmniDog and Bone Tea. Nope, that's not right. That's
go ahead. Try again.
I don't even remember. OmniDog and TBone.
That's right. And Oxmeat Pete already saying yay Action Figure Friday, and I know the collector is into it because he wanted to know more about this rash. He wanted to know last night when the show was on, so I told him. And here's Chris Nort. Nice.
Hi, Chris. What's up, man?
Ryan Long, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. We're going to be doing a live review of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 7. And then we're going to be talking about action figures for like 7 hours.
Just as two boys and our toys, you know, boys and toys. This is the alternate title for the show, Boys and Toys. But we thought it might attract a different crowd, so we went with Action Figure Friday.
Yeah, and I don't think YouTube would approve Boys and Their Toys as the name of the show.
Yeah, it's going to be censored out, man.
Now, Joe Blair is already name-checking your guitar. He says, I see a Strat.
Oh, yeah, thanks, man. It's a American Fat Strat Texas Special, circa 2003. One of my favorite guitars I have. And there's another little gem hidden up here.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
If you know what kind of guitar that is, then I'll be impressed.
Joe, can you see that?
That's it.
The one right here. I don't have any control from here. It's above the lamp to the left.
It's really hard to mirror myself.
Yeah. I've never heard you play the guitar. When do you play it?
All the time. All the time. Absolutely. They would never ask me.
You're playing Kill Me with Ryan Sace online or whatever that game is.
Usually what I'm doing with Ryan Sace is carrying him very hard in Siege because he's just so bad at the game and he needs help. And so I try to help the guy, you know, but it's like, what can you do? You can only do so much. My guitar was the guitar that my band Fusion was it. We had about 13 venues we played at in total. And our hit song was entitled Love is Like a Pair of Pants. And that is still on CD and recorded. We recorded it in the studio once. So maybe one day for your listeners, we will debut Love is Like a Pair of Pants.
Oh my gosh. That should be our new intro song.
It was very popular in Japan. Trust me. We were almost Japanese pop stars. This close, man. This close.
Love is like a pair of pants.
Yeah, that's right. It's deep stuff, man. I don't have time to explain it on this show. An hour-long show is not enough time to get into the metaphysics of how love is like a pair of pants. But it's there. Trust me. It's there.
Okay.
Ninja Turtles.
And it's been a while. Have we done anything since COVID hit, like starting in April?
I don't think so, because I was like, hey man, I'm going to be really busy with work for these 2 weeks. As soon as we take a break, we're going to do a bunch of videos. And then I worked until last week.
Yeah.
From back in April. It's just been insanely busy. That's a killer shirt, dude.
My wife loves this shirt. I just got it.
That's the best shirt I've ever seen you wear.
My wife thinks so too.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Does that come in little girl sizes?
That is what this is.
That came out harsher than I meant it.
Yeah. Wow.
I meant it just because I thought my daughter would like that. I didn't mean that was a girly shirt. I feel bad about the way that came out. I feel very bad.
Okay. Yeah, it's my Super Pets shirt.
That's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
There's Jesse Say What and hello from Germany, Nerdventure time.
All right, Germany. It's exciting times.
That is.
Your YouTube channel is basically an international hit all over the world, Jess.
I think I'm more international viewers than US viewers, it seems like.
Oh, that's because Americans, they're just behind on the times.
Thank you, Oxmeat. I appreciate it. I got a bunch of, like every couple months, I order 3 or 4 T-shirts from Graffiti Designs. And this one, I think this one might be new because I've never seen it before, this Supergirl one. So that, this is one of my latest. This came in last week.
It's amazing in every possible way.
Thank you. No, wait a minute. I don't think I ever hated TMNT. I just never read it, Jesse.
No, Jesse's right. You hated it. He knows.
I had no knowledge of it. I didn't hate it.
No, this and Power Rangers might be the thing I'm most proud of in my whole life. Getting you to read and the fact that you enjoy these 2 series that I hold so deeply in my heart might be the greatest accomplishment of my entire life.
Oh, okay. He's kidding. All right. That's better. Yes. TMNT, I'm fully invested in. I haven't read Shattered Grid yet, and I really need to. That's the one that I stopped when I was on the golf course. I knew it was going to sell out at 3 o'clock when I was playing golf with some guys. I said, everybody stop. I have to order something on my phone. And they're like, what? Come on, we're playing golf. I'm like, nope, can't. Got to order it. And I ordered Shattered Grid like right there for like 5 minutes. I go, okay, we can go on. And they're like, you son of a bitch, what are you doing? We need a Shattered Grid from Power Rangers. They didn't talk to me like the rest of the
And it was totally worth it.
Well, I don't know. I haven't read it yet.
Well, it's going to be worth it, though. We know. I haven't read it either, but we know.
I dug the first 2 books, especially the second book.
So good.
Yeah. Just like I dug this book.
Ninja Turtles. Have we hit a dud book?
I think we agreed that starting with book 5, it got really awesome. 1 through 4 were good, but starting with 5, it like ramped up really hard. And it's still going strong with as far as exciting and interesting adventures. Plus, they're introducing new characters. There's like a ton of new characters.
So many.
I need a flow chart just to keep track of all the new characters introduced in just this volume. Because like last volume, volume 6, I read a little bit of it to remind me what happened.
Yeah.
And we were introduced to the Rat King and his sister.
Kitsune. Kitsune's his sister, right? I believe.
Is that the white one that's nice, colored white?
Fox.
Oh,
Kitsune, right? Okay. No, Mitsune?
Mitsune? Kitsune?
I think it's Kitsune.
I was thinking of the white. She's all colored white.
The good one is Aka, a.k.a. Yeah. Aka.
There we go. And then the, Kitsune. Let's see. What is this?
Maybe it is Mitsune. Maybe it's Mitsune. I don't know.
Okay, I'm looking right. Kitsune.
Yeah, it's Kitsune. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that was a revelation in this book that she's a sister of those other 2.
Mm-hmm.
The rat god, who is a trickster, and then Aka, who is a benevolent god.
Yep.
And
their brother, the boar, who only made an appearance in the TMNT Ghostbusters crossover. That was very oddly placed. Remember that? That was
No.
That was like a 5-issue miniseries they just dropped in the middle. I think it's the last volume, but they've never referenced that guy again. Like,
oh, wow.
He was just in that series. But you know, one of the things that I loved about this volume was that there were throwbacks to the Turtles in Time miniseries from the last last book that we read. I love that they tied stuff in because that was actually one of my favorite miniseries, not just because the name is shared with one of my favorite video games of all time, but because I thought it was a fun little nod to, hey, the Turtles went back in time and then caused a lot of the things that, like, they explain why stuff's happened the way it has is because the Turtles eventually went back in time and kind of did it. So it's a very interesting time loop that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it's fun anyway.
I think there's one thing I will say about all these books is that actually this doesn't have, I don't think this book has any miniseries. It doesn't. It's just issue 51 through 64. But all the miniseries and issues have been mapped out and laid out really well, where you don't miss anything. You don't miss a beat. You don't feel like you're interrupted. It informs the following stories, and they're good stories in themselves, and it all flows really, really well. I think IDW did a really good job mapping these books out.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Well, thank you.
I agree with your assessment indubitably.
You're okay, D.H. McAdams. You're not that late. We started late.
Just a little bit late.
Just a little bit late.
Yeah. So this book, like you said, picks up after the end of the last one, which is pretty shocking, the end. At the very end of the last one, it's a killer ending. You get it? It's a pun. It's a killer ending.
Is that when they killed, what's his name?
The Splinter kills Shredder.
Right. Oh, okay. We're just going to spoil it. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is a spoiler review. And so it takes over with Splinter leading the Foot Clan.
And that's very controversial within the Turtles themselves. They're very uneasy about Splinter taking over the Foot Clan.
Yes. And it was a really interesting direction. I'm sorry if I spoiled that for somebody. I'm so sorry. Oh, no, you know what? I read who the comment was from, and no, that's a lie. That's a lie. I'm talking with my best friend right now. Oh, I said it.
Burn.
I said it because this best friend, spoiler alert, hooks me up with all kinds of things.
That's right. Let's get we'll get a closer look at the action figure part.
That's right. That's right.
So yeah, Shredder's gone, and Splinter takes over, and we're introduced to Jennika for the first time.
I loved her character. I don't think she's been. I think she's original creation of this comic. And
okay. I don't know.
My Turtles knowledge is not super vast, but it's like all the original series. I saw all of the animated series that came out in the early 2000s. I've seen all 3 of the original 90s films. I've seen the 2 Michael Bay films, and I've watched all 5 seasons of the newest Turtles show. Well, the 2012 show. I haven't seen any of the newest show, but I haven't read any of the Mirage comics. Like all the original comics I haven't read.
Oh, okay.
So I have a decent Turtle knowledge, I would say. I don't remember everything because, I watched the original show when I was a kid, and I watched the 2000 show like in the 2000s when it came out. So I don't remember everything about them, obviously. But from what I gather, Jennika's a new character. And one of the things I loved most about this volume is there's a lot of new stuff in here. Like, it's a new direction that I've not seen them take with the Turtles.
Oh, okay.
Any of the other properties I've seen. Now, maybe someone who's a fan of the long-time original comic run, maybe they've seen some of this stuff. But, like, I thought there was a lot of really interesting directions. Before this, there's been interesting and new stuff. But a lot of it's been like a play on some of the old stuff that we've seen. Like, oh, I remember Hun, or I remember this. But this was, I thought it was super interesting with Splinter leading the Foot and the brothers unsure of what to do. And Jenica, the assassin who tries to kill Splinter at the beginning, that turns into a great disciple of his.
Right.
Really found it interesting.
And we've got Hob with the mutant animals. They steal, they stop. Let me get this over here so I can click my
Mutanimals.
Mutanimals. He and the Mutanimals, who are great, these mutant animals that have all been exposed to mutagen, and they're all these wacky animals. There could be a human in there, but they go down to the docks and try and stop, and often do. Here's a picture of all of them. They often do stop arms coming in from ships. Now they think that Hob is disposing of them, but then they find out that Hob is in cahoots with Hun.
Oh, Casey's dad.
Right. Here's some more pictures. This guy's the bad guy in general, but who's got these he's stolen the design for these phantom cloaks that guy's wearing up here, and the turtles are trying to track down these phantom guys because they're creating tons of trouble. And then it turns out that Hob is doing something otherwise than getting rid of the weapons. He's in business with Hun.
Ooh.
And it disturbs all the mutanimals, especially Pete.
Oh,
Poor Pete.
Poor Pete. Don't you just feel bad for Pete? He
I
made
do.
a cake for Michelangelo at one point in there, and it was hilarious because it just looked awful. But it was from Pete.
And then, of course, you've got upgraded Slash. What?
I love Slash. Smart Slash. We got Smart Slash here.
Yeah. And he has morals and an ethical code, and he's really smart. And I really like his character. I need an action figure of him really badly. But so we get more mutanimals introduced. Then we get Leatherhead.
Yeah. Who is also introduced, who's a longtime Turtles villain / ally.
Oh, is he?
I was really excited to see him. I'm a big fan of Leatherhead.
I had not seen him before this issue. And of course, I'm not as well versed as you are in turtle history, but here's some pictures of Leatherhead. He shows up and makes friends with them, only to betray them.
Oh, you feel so bad for Leatherhead, though. He was the first, obviously spoilers, he was the first mutant that the Utrom and Krang really started to experiment on. And boy, they just tortured him day in and day out.
Yeah.
But he's just got a deep-seated, understandably so, hatred for the Utrom. And he's not a big fan of Professor Honeycutt trying to save the Utrom that were in stasis, that were going to die.
Right. And that they let out the Utron to live, and he immediately wants to kill them all, which is an extremely interesting part of it, because I thought he was a good guy, and then it turns out he's a bad guy.
Oh. But he didn't seem like he wanted to be. Like, he kept lamenting his actions. Like, we could have been friends. I'm sorry. I didn't want to actually have to hurt you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. So I feel like there's going to be redemption for him somewhere.
I hope so.
Yeah. Kitsune is still up to hijinks, even though she's being held captive. She's got mind control, and she causes all kinds of problems with the Foot Clan, and trying to get rid of Splinter.
Matoyoshi.
And so there's lots of action, tons of action, because there's lots of good fights and good fight scenes.
So good. I love seeing Splinter fight. He's a beast, dude.
Yeah, he really is.
I mean, he is like, he just takes out people with ease. There's a reason he's the leader of the Foot. Like, he's a baller.
Yeah. And then we get the inventor, what's his name? Harold?
Yeah, Harold.
We get introduced to his
wife, Libby.
His wife who goes on to help the bad guy, but then changes her mind and wants to help Harold. Here they are. So, there's tons of new people introduced.
So many. So many moving plots, as they've been doing for a while. A lot of B and C plots that end up coming back full circle and becoming like a main story. Like a lot of this was going on in the background, for this whole volume. And then finally at the end, we get the big confrontation of the Phantom guys and the big bad boss. And there's a good fight at the end. And really interesting. This ending kind of shocked me a little bit.
Yeah, and I don't really want to show anything about it, because that is too much of a spoiler.
Yeah.
Because it is were you surprised by Splinter's actions?
I was very surprised.
Yeah.
I was definitely taken aback. And as were some of the turtles, because it's definitely going to cause a fracture, even more so than existed in the group, between Splinter and the Foot and the turtles themselves. So it's going to be really interesting to see where they go from here.
Right. And that's why we need to read volume 8 really fast. So we
Absolutely.
Don't forget.
So here's a question for you, Jess. How did you feel about the overall stories? Because there were really kind of four major stories, I guess. One was like the Mutanimal story and Michelangelo. Yeah. One was the story of the Foot and like what was going on internally with the Foot. One was the story of the Utrom Leatherhead. And then one was the story of ultimately these Phantom Cloak guys. So there's kind of the big four stories. And there's like some stuff that weaves in, like drama between Casey and April and some other plots, but like for the most part, those are the four major arcs in this book. How did you feel about those arcs? Like which ones stood out to you and which ones were you not satisfied with, if any?
I will say that for introducing so many new characters to me that I had never seen before, it did feel organic and not forced, and it didn't mess with the flow of the story. I liked all four of the arcs, that they all seemed to flow well. And then you worked in Kitsune and her immortal god brother and sister sprinkled in there. I thought it all flowed really well. And I thought that the four story arcs, the only one I didn't like isn't because it wasn't well written. It's because I don't like the idea of Splinter heading up the Foot Clan.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it wasn't well written or anything. It was. It's just a turn that I wasn't expecting and really didn't want to happen, because he takes it very seriously.
Absolutely.
I loved the introduction of Jenica, and I can't wait to know more about her.
Yeah.
Especially because I have heard what they've done to her in the singles. I don't know if it's collected yet or not.
I haven't heard anything. That's awesome. It's good stuff. You think?
I think it's interesting what's happened to her.
Okay, I'm looking forward to getting to that point.
I don't have. I think it happened this year or late last year.
Okay,
so it should be in volume 11. Probably not 10, but maybe volume 11.
So I felt like I really liked Jenica. I thought she was a great character that was introduced. Big fan. I felt like all the stories flowed really well. Like you said, it's written extremely well, almost like I mean, I hate to say it, but it's almost like a TV series. Like it flows, it feels very episodic with like A and B plots that all work really well together. You know, sometimes you read a book or a comic and it feels like, okay, well, this is very clearly Spider-Man fighting the Green Goblin. And then now that story arc is totally wrapped up. And now we have a new story arc where it's Spider-Man and he's going to college. And now the Vulture's out. He's got to go fight the Vulture. And it's totally disconnected from the first arc. This is much more like an episodic. It's very serialized almost. And I don't mean that in like a soap opera way, but I mean that in a way that every issue is interconnected to tell one big story, even though there are certainly separate plots and story arcs. It all feels very organically connected. And I think that's a testament to the writers and what a good job they do and what a great universe they've created, because it makes me feel like I can handle being introduced to a lot of characters. I know they're all going to be important. I like the way they're woven in. It doesn't feel like this disconnected mess that it could easily feel like in the hands of a different writer who's told, hey, we're going to do these 4 story arcs and these 4 plot points. Without having such good writing, I think it would not work nearly as well as it does.
Right. I completely agree that they did a great transition from Krang and Shredder onto New Adventures. I mean, you took out 2 major components of the first 6 books, and you've gone into a completely different direction now. But it doesn't feel like it. It feels like it was a natural progression, and those stories ended like it seemed to end. I have no idea if anybody comes back to life or escapes from Planet Ultron or whatever it is to come back. I don't know what the future is, but right here with books 6 and 7, it flowed really seamlessly, I thought, from the wrapping up those other storylines and starting with new ones.
My only complaint, and this is a very small complaint, was that the boss of the Phantom Cloaks, he just seemed kind of like, like just kind of like a random thug boss. I didn't feel like super threatened by him.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like he was ever a major player. It felt like he was just created for this story arc. I'll say his role was important in the direction that the book takes. But as a character, I just thought he was okay. Like, it wasn't super interesting as a villain, not nearly to the level of some of the other villains have been. But he served his purpose well, and that's a very small complaint.
Yeah. He wasn't around very long, but he didn't make much of an impression while he was around.
The art was, as always, stellar. The art is always on this book. It almost always works. I even love the Eastman covers that are in here. Big fans of those. There's one in particular I'll see. Oh, I was so glad to see Mondo Gecko. I love Mondo Gecko.
Oh, okay.
Mondo Gecko, bro. That's how his voice sounds in the animated series. It's just so good.
And now in the animated series, are there mutanimals or are they just
there are other mutants, and in some series mutanimals have existed, and some not so much. Like, I just love these Eastman covers. Like, there's one of Michelangelo and Slash. I love that cover. It's a little bit of glare, but big fan of that cover. And then there's one of all the turtles that I literally thought I may try to draw that. Like, I may sit down and try to draw this cover because it's just so good. It's if I find it, I'll pull it back up. I'm not sure where it was. Should have bookmarked it. I do love that these books have bookmarks, by the way. That's just so cool to me. Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah, ribbon.
Such a classy look, I feel like.
Ribbon.
The quality of these books also, we don't really talk about that enough, but the paper quality is really good. It's this nice, thick, glossy paper.
Glossy, you're right.
We don't give that nearly enough credit.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And I thought it was good that we have sympathetic. What are those? Ultrons? What are they? Utrons.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them were sympathetic, so I thought that was interesting.
It's going to be really interesting to see what direction they go with the Utrom. All those storylines are going to be really interesting. to see. Yeah, I just love all the Eastman covers. I mean, there was an issue in the last volume that we talked about. It was an annual that was drawn by Eastman, and I actually found it to be out of place, even though I like Eastman's art. I think it's fantastic. It just felt out of place for the series because I'm so used to the regular art style.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that there wasn't any issues drawn by him, but I love the alternate covers, and I love seeing them in this book. I'm really glad that they put those in there.
I agree. Taylor Brown says, "Can it be? Is that T-Lar Bloom tapped over, and his 30 nondescript ninjas must have already been played with today?"
That's 37 nondescript ninjas to you.
37.
If you don't have a lot of ninjas in your collection, you're not collecting right. I mean, that's just the facts of action figure collecting.
Well, I need help with the. He's not a ninja, but he is a warrior. So when we get to Action Figure Friday, I need help posing. I mean, we can start that now if you want.
I think that's a great segue. Honestly, Taylor Brown bringing the hot segues.
I think we both agree that we loved this book and felt it was compelling enough that we want to keep going. It's been great.
Very compelling. That ending. I'm telling these books. If you can't say anything else about these books, you can say they always end on a cliffhanger that leaves you wanting more. Yeah. I mean, almost every book ending has made me go, I have to read more. Like every time, extremely compelling stuff.
Oh, here's a good question. We need to know what phone wallpaper Tyler decided to switch to. Was it
excellent
Jeff Bragg Wonder Woman?
You know what? It was really close. It was extremely close, and I'm going to show you here if I can.
That doesn't look like me.
I don't know. Young and muscular looks like you to me.
That is a good phone screen.
Yeah, it had to be done. Once I saw the Spidey, it had to be done. Like, I think Asbel posted that, and it got me. There's a lot of good ones, though. I appreciate all the help.
That was a fun post. Here's Tim Klein. Heard the magic words action figures. Yeah. Speaking of which, I picked up 4 of the 90s X-Men action figures.
Which ones did you pick up, Tim?
Yeah, Tim, which ones did you pick up?
So many good figures.
I picked up, I think I picked up 90s Storm.
Oh, yeah, I got her. You talking about in the black costume?
Yeah.
Good.
But, yeah. But I picked up, as far as vintage ones, I picked up because you got me to get.
All right, you got it. Had to be done.
Vintage Spidey.
Oh, it's so good, Jess. That's the best Marvel Legends Spider. That's the best 6-inch Spider-Man other than the Mayfix Spider-Man that we reviewed here on Action Figure Friday.
Right. He's got 2 heads. Okay, they've got different eyes on them.
You know what? I'm going to go grab mine so I can show it out of pack, so you don't have to open it. It's fantastic.
And it's got another pair of hands. And I like the packaging. I don't know. I mean, I will take this out and play with it, but I kept it in the box in the bubble for this show. Let's see. Action Figure Fridays. I've waited too long for a new episode. I agree. Me too. Here are the X-Men that Tim got. Iceman, Weapon X, Sauron, and Shatterstar. Ooh, Shatterstar.
Ooh. Oh, man, Sauron. I don't actually have that Build-A-Figure yet.
Oh, I do.
I need to get it. I really need to get it. The Weapon X Wolverine update was so good and so much needed. It was so needed. All right, so here's the Spider-Man figure that I'll just briefly show. So it's got good joints, good articulation, great posing, double jointed knees, double jointed elbow. I mean, it's the best 6-inch Spider-Man outside of it's got a waist, like a It's got like an ab crunch, but also like a
Oh.
hinge on the upper chest, so it allows for some really sick poses.
Oh, that's great.
So good. So good. Okay, so before we get started with what we have new for Action Figure Friday, I'm here to address all of the peer pressure from you and Taylor Brown and everybody else about these DC Multiverse figures. Let me tell you, I have been super on the fence about getting them. I'll be the first to say, absolutely. I've thought about it quite a few times, and the peer pressure is immense. In fact, one day I text you the picture of Red Hood.
Yeah, it looked good.
You text that to Taylor. Then Taylor turned around and texted the exact picture that I took and sent to me and said, dude, you got to get this. Like, I know I got to get that. I sent that picture. It was awesome. So here's what I'm working with, okay? Here's the DC Bat family that I'm working with. And I'm going to let you guys, not you guys as in Jess and Taylor, obviously, you guys in the chat help me decide if I need to get the new DC 7-inch Multiverse figures, okay? Remember, they're not in scale with these figures I'm about to show you. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time. I'm not going to review them or anything. I'm just going to show them, okay? So here's my Bat family. You guys tell me, do I need to upgrade, okay? You can give your opinion, Jess. It just doesn't matter. The chat's going to decide. But you can feel free to give your opinion. Okay, so first, we got Red Hood. Great figure. I love every Red Hood figure. Red Hood's amazing. Red Hood and the Outlaws was an awesome book. The Rebirth one that we read. There's Red Hood, my favorite DC character. Nightwing. Okay, just a clean, nice figure, right? All right. Then we got Batman. There's been a ton of versions of Batman, but this is actually Rebirth Batman.
Ah, okay.
I'm not a big fan of like this T-joint on the legs.
Oh, okay.
So, but it's a good looking figure. All of these are in scale. Then we got my favorite Robin figure. Well, my favorite Robin character, Tim Drake. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ed Robin. See the RR?
Robin, yeah, RR.
Dig it. Then I got everybody's favorite little punk, Damian Wayne. Look at that grimace.
Arr.
The snarl. And then I'm not going to say I left out the ladies because we got Batgirl from, I think that was New 52, right?
That looks like,
or was this Rebirth?
That's the Burnside Batgirl there.
I can't remember when this appeared, but I haven't read the comics, but I dig the outfit.
Totally. It was Burnside Batgirl, which was the last very tail end of New 52.
Okay, I thought it was sometime in there. I just totally dug the outfit. And then, of course, love this character. Spoiler. Big fan of Spoiler. Great little figure, okay? All right, and then finally, you can't have a Batman collection without Alfred.
Right.
Gotta have Alfred. So important. All right, well, camera doesn't want to focus, but you get the picture. Okay, so there's all of my Bat family. I mean, I got them all, right? They all go in front of my Batman omnibus. I have a lot of Batman books. They all go in front of the books. They look fantastic. I like the fact that I can have all the sidekicks. I love that I got Nightwing and Red Hood and all the Robins, the Batgirls, the Batmans. But they do, I will say, feel like toys. Now, this is going to be a great comparison, actually.
Here is the McFarlane Nightwing.
Doesn't it look like he's wearing a diaper? A black diaper.
A black diaper?
Yeah, look at that little diaper thing on him.
What the heck are you talking about? So there's Nightwing. And the cool thing is they all I'll show you Batgirl. She's still on her posing stand. They come with stands.
Wait, can you hold that Nightwing back up for a sec?
Yeah.
And then put me back on the screen. Let's both hold our there was a joke there. I was going to make it. And instead, I'm just going to say Nightwings. Let's just both hold
Something about our dicks.
I mean, I was not going to go that low, Jess, but yeah, I was going to say let's both hold. Let's both hold ours and put them on the screen. All right. Chat, here we go. Which one do you like better as a figure for a collection? And let us know in the comments below if you're watching this after. I want to know which Nightwing you like better. All right, that's good. It's a good comparison.
And then we can compare. Okay, now you've got Burnside Batgirl.
Ox Meat Pie said black diapers sound like my band's next hit. I'm pretty sure we just wrote it, Ox Meat Pete. Like you and me, buddy.
Here's Batgirl.
Ooh, is that the same Batgirl that I've got? The same?
No, you've got Burnside Batgirl, and I think this is this might be Batgirl from. Actually, I don't know. This might be the Rebirth Batgirl. I'm not sure about that.
Okay.
She looks good though, and she's got. Look at that. She's got.
Oh, the little like bat points on her boots.
Yeah,
toe articulation.
The toe articulation. Yes,
that's nice. That's nice.
So she's superposable.
Okay. Okay. So you know what? Wow. We got some real split love here for the Nightwing. This is going to be interesting. That is a good looking Batgirl figure. I do dig it. I do dig it. So it looks like, I think, Jess, if I'm counting right, I think your figure has one more vote than mine, but it's pretty split. There's a lot of people who like both Nightwings. Yeah, a lot of people like both Nightwings.
Well, I would think that if you've got it, I don't know that you need to upgrade.
Yeah.
If you're happy with it.
I mean, I'm only as happy as the chat is happy. Happiness rides with the chat's happiness.
And she's got a grappling.
Oh, that's a great accessory. Oh man, that right there might be worth the price of the figure. I mean, that's a sick accessory.
Yeah.
Big fan of that. Also like how she's got the cowl coming out of her hair. That's nice sculpting.
Yeah, I like the ears point coming out of her hair.
The sculpting on these McFarlane figures is very good. There's no doubt about that. McFarlane is getting better with scale, Duck Collector says. You know, interesting. I've seen that the new upcoming Damian Wayne Robin, that the scaling is not so great. I've heard that, but the figure looks really good. I don't know how it fits in scale with the other 7-inch, but I've heard that. All right, so do you have the Burnside Batgirl?
I don't.
Okay, do you have anyone else we can compare? No, just the Batgirl?
I have, not that you have, I have the Batman, I have Hellbat, and then the Batman Who Laughs.
Okay. Both very rad figures.
Yeah, but nothing we can compare to yours.
Okay, well, I would love to know in the chat. Like I said, it's a pretty split vote on Nightwing. Would love to know if you're watching the video afterwards, and in general, if you guys think I need to upgrade my Bat figure collection, or if I should just roll with what I got. Good questions. All right, so what else did you get, Jess? You got some good figures here?
I do. I got from Hasbro. I got. I've showed this off before, but I got the.
I got that same figure, and it is gorgeous.
Fan vote 2020 for Silk, and I'm really happy because I voted for her.
Me too. Wow, look at the face on that figure.
I know. It's amazing.
It's so beautiful.
She comes with two heads, two separate hand sets, and then a spider web set with her hand on it. So this is really awesome, I think. And Taylor went to get his, I guess. This, I don't know when it's going to be available for public release, but this you had to get on Hasbro When did we get it? What was? Oh,
Oh gosh, a month ago probably.
it was during San Diego Comic-Con online week.
Just a fantastic figure.
Yeah.
Love this figure. I got something else that same day, and I think you did too. But it's not the same thing because mine hasn't come in, which is weird, right? I didn't check on that.
Is it this?
It is that. Mine's not in.
It's not in?
That's really weird. I need to check on that. I just realized that.
Yeah, it was a Hasbro Pulse exclusive the collector. So you have to join Hasbro Pulse, and you'll get the emails for it and get to vote in the contests. And then you can spend money on being first in line on the day that they go up for sale and not having to worry about buying them the next day.
It's very nice.
And this is
I guess my Hellfire Club, I'm looking it up now, doesn't ship till March. So they must be doing another run of them. It must have been a pre-order. You must have gotten the first wave, and they must be printing another run. So maybe it's not too late.
When did you get yours?
I pre-ordered the day you sent it to me, September 25th.
That's weird that I already got it, and yours has been.
They must have run out and decided they're going to do a second wave, and I got it on the second wave.
Here is.
Just looks so good. Now, Jess, are you going to keep them in the box? Because you're not an in-the-box collector.
I am with these things.
Yeah, that makes sense. Those look so good. Man.
These Hasbro sets for Marvel characters,
they look so good.
Usually keep them in the box.
Yeah, they look so good.
Although, yeah, this is awesome, and it would be an awesome setup if I could get. It's hard to put together here because I also got a Hellfire bodyguard.
Oh, so cool. I mean, you got to have that though, right?
Yeah. So he's a Hellfire bodyguard, and I only got one, so then I pre-ordered another one, and I think you still can.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's such a good figure set.
And it came in a really cool little box.
That's fantastic. I'm very into that. I want that box. So I got a box set as well, interestingly enough, but it's not that box set.
Well, I want to see it.
I'll show you what it is. I don't know, you might find it cool. I don't know. This is, oh yeah, you're gonna like this. I know you are, because I know you like this property now, even though you don't have any action figures from it. This is very concerning to me.
Oh, okay.
The Power Rangers, the Psycho Rangers set.
The what? Psycho Rangers?
So these are all the evil Power Rangers. Remember, there was like a Psycho Green storyline that we read in the last.
Yeah. I do remember that.
This is the full Psycho Rangers set, including Psycho Green. This was the thing I got on the Hasbro that was limited for SDCC. So we get the Psycho Green to go with this full Psycho Rangers set. I'm going to show you just the inside contents of the box because it's pretty awesome. I mean, these are some cool figures, man. I'm just a big fan of it. Hasbro's crushing it with the Power Ranger figures. And this Psycho Ranger set, big shout out to my friend Omar. He's got a small YouTube channel. You probably never heard of him. I don't know. He's kind of embarrassed about how small it is. It's called Near Mint Conditioning, I think. It's maybe like a hair shampoo thing.
Hair show, Near Mint Conditioner?
Yeah, Near Mint Conditioner. Yeah, it's all about hair shows. But he turned me on to this set. I didn't know it existed. It was actually an Amazon exclusive set. And it was out of stock for a really long time. And I just kept it as my homepage on my web browser. So every day when I would open up my web browser to work, it would be there. And one day it was in stock. So very cool set. Very, very cool.
Nice. I have a small box set. And these, I I eventually want to take these out of the box because they're really cool to display. But these boxes that Marvel came out with are so, the box themselves are so good looking that this is the
oh, Jess, you're getting me right now, man. Because I've been putting off getting that set because it's just a little bit expensive, right? I don't remember how much it was. I think it was 60.
Yeah, I think so.
Which again, not a bad price when you figure you're getting 3 figures. I mean, that's fair, right? But
yeah, I just love the design of the box. It looks so good.
It does. The Nimrod is amazing, and that Psylocke figure is so good, dude.
Yeah, she's great.
That's got to be the best. I don't know if it's is that a repaint of the other Psylocke figure that we got that came in the Apocalypse wave? I don't know.
I have her here.
I mean, that's a good looking figure, dude.
I can't touch anything without knocking everything. I think it looks different. Yeah, I think it looks. Let me see if I can do.
Yeah, see if you can do a side by side. It looks different to me just off the cuff, but it's been a while since I've looked at my Psylocke figure. I mean, it looks different to me. I can't. The face is definitely different. Well, I think it's different. It's hard to tell. I don't know. It looks great though. I love the black costume, and that is just so good because it's just straight up her X-Force costume. And I don't really. I think there may have been. Sorry about that. I think there may have been another variant that had her in her black costume. I really can't remember, but it's nice to be able to get that and to put that with all the other X-Force figures. That's really good. So another figure that I got is Taylor just talked. We had a whole discussion about it.
We had a whole discussion about it, Taylor.
You got to rewind the chat because I left it up to the chat to see if I bought new. I showed off all my Batman figures and left it up to the chat to decide if I upgrade to the McFarlane figures or not. But I did specifically say your opinion and Jess's does not count towards that.
Oxmeat Pete says, if you take Nimrod out, which head would you choose? I will say I'm very familiar with Phantom X and Psylocke, and I'm not that familiar with Nimrod. But I like the purple colored face. That's
yeah, me too. I like the white eyes embedded in that face. It just gives a really nice.
Yeah. So that's probably the one I'd put on. So let's see. And then you and I both have these that I found.
This is why Jess is a good friend and Ryan constantly shoots me in the back and see. Because Jess got me this wonderful Moon Knight figure as a gift for surviving this year.
Right.
I can't even imagine what 2021's gift is going to be like. My expectations are really high.
A life-size Moon Knight.
Yeah, a life-size Moon Knight. I may turn into Moon Knight if I have to work another year like I have this year. I may just totally become unhinged.
Yeah, I like this. I just had my Walgreens. This is an exclusive to Walgreens, and my Walgreens so far, it was a Rite Aid. It's right down the street from me, and it just switched over to Walgreens this year.
Really? That's interesting.
And so far, that's where I found the stuff for Cuckoos, and so far, and I found Emma. I found an Emma there, and it hasn't been discovered by the scalpers, or management doesn't know to steal these and put them on eBay. So
I mean, that's a big part of it is management.
Yeah, I don't think management knows. Like I took it up to the counter, and the register lady said, "Oh, those are really expensive dolls." And I said, "Oh, uh-huh. Okay, expensive dolls."
Amazing. If they're not dolls, what are they, Jess?
I don't know.
So what else?
Doing that you're not listening to me.
Sorry, something just happened that I had to take care of, but it's over with now. It's over with.
Okay.
So I got a few other figures.
All right.
That I think you're gonna really like.
I want to see them.
Well, I don't know if you are gonna like this actually. Have you ever seen My Hero Academia? Have you ever seen the anime?
No.
I was thinking you'd watch that. Okay, well then maybe you're not.
I'm open to watching it, but I haven't seen
Maybe you're not going to care about these figures at all, my friend.
The chat might, though.
Chat, if you like My Hero Academia, you're going to like this. Da, 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 da. This figure is awesome. This is All Might. I don't even know what line this was in, but I got him and young Midoriya. And it comes with a lightning effect hands. Look how rad that is. So cool. So these figures, along with these ones I'm about to show you right here, those figures were $3.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, this is from a crazy GameStop sale. Totally insane sale. This figure, I wish I could have found all these from the Batman Ninja Turtles crossover movie.
Oh, whoa.
They had sets with all the characters. Look at the back. This is all the sets they had. By the time I got these, they were all sold out. I would have bought all of them if I could have. Look, this is normally a $50 set. It was on sale for $15 and then marked down again. I don't remember how much online. Like, that's insane, right? I couldn't not get this. Literally couldn't not get this. So those, along with those My Hero Academia, and then this right here is a bag full of Overwatch figures. Again, I don't care about Overwatch, but you offer me I like the game, but I don't care about the figures. But you offer me a 4-piece box set that has 4 good figures with cool accessories for $10. 4-figure box set for $10. I'm going to buy it every time. Doesn't matter. Like, these figures are super cool. So I was going to try to grab a few out just to show off. And they come with like a lot of cool accessories. Like, very cool. Let's see if I can. Sorry, I accidentally clicked off the tab. I was like, what is happening? All right, so look. Like, again, I'm not overly into Overwatch figures, but like, think about that. The price point on these is just stellar, right? Like, how could you say no to this, Jess?
I don't know who those figures are.
Yeah, I know who they are, and that was enough for me. Like,
okay.
If I know who you are, this is a really cool one right here. This will be the last one I'll show. There's more, but then I picked up the individual non-release 4-pack set figures that were like, I think $5 a pop, $6, but it was worth it. So you got like this cool ninja Genji pulling out a sword. Very cool.
That is cool. I waited for this show to do the unveiling and opening of my flocked Ein and Ed t-shirt, which I am totally not selling on eBay like some scum puppies are.
That's so rad. Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous, dude.
Oh, I didn't know he came in a box. He comes in his own box. Flocked Ein. He's so cute. And then a shirt. I will be wearing this shirt soon, since I do love t-shirts. Let's see. It's got Ed and Ein on it. Oh, yeah. This is cool. I can't hear you.
Apparently, if you hit the mute button on accident, it will mute your mic. I don't know if you know that. Can you look in their box and see if you have another shirt? Did it come with two?
Two?
Two shirts? Because I'd really like one, Jess.
I have one I can give your daughter. I accidentally bought a small too, but I was going to sell on eBay. I didn't mean to buy the small. But I don't know what to do with it. She could wear it.
What makes you think she can wear a small and I can't, Jess? What are you saying about me?
Flocked einsicle.
Ein. Oh man, this has been a good. Oh wait, one more figure.
One more figure?
Yeah, because this is what I aspire to be. All these work notifications. This is what I aspire to be when I get older. Master Roshi / Jackie Chun from Dragon Ball. Had to be done. Jackie Chun. I love those Dragon Ball figures, you know, SH Figure Arts.
Okay.
You don't know about Dragon Ball. It's okay. Oh, yeah, and this Black Power Ranger figure. What? Come on, man. These Hasbro Power Ranger figures are crushing it.
They are cool.
They are really cool. One day, I'm going to get you in on them. One day. They're going to look great in front of the Power Ranger box sets that I got.
I want to get some turtle action figures.
Dude, the NECA turtles are El Primo Dos. I don't know what that means. I don't speak Spanish. That's just what my pharmacy says when I call in. El Primo Dos.
Español, el primo dos.
Español, el Primo Dos. That's right. Which I assume means awesome. That's how I use it.
Yeah, those GameStop turtles looked really cool.
I don't have the GameStop NECA ones, but I do have the cartoon show NECA ones. I want the GameStop NECA ones, and those are getting a Walmart release because I missed them at GameStop, and I'm very excited about the Walmart release ones.
I'm quite sure my Walmart will not carry them. My Walmart doesn't carry anything cool at all.
Feels bad. Hey, Oxmeat Pete says, I will make that small work. I will make that small shirt work, Jess. I will make it work. Omar Reyes, he understands the awesomeness of Jackie Chun. Thank you, Omar. I appreciate that. Jess was not near as impressed as I was hoping for a reaction. So I appreciate you giving me the reaction I was hoping for.
I apologize. I don't know.
But you told me, Jess, if I come visit you, you will let me show you some Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm
going to hold you to that in 2022 when I make a trip up there. See, once the pandemic is over.
That's about when I'll be allowing visitors back in my house.
Fair enough. 2022, Blunt Bragg reunion.
Yeah, because I need somebody sitting with me to explain everything that's going on in it. So, yeah, I'll watch it with you when you come up.
Huzzah! Oh, boy.
So have we covered pretty much all our figures and stuff?
Yep, this is it.
Okay.
I think I got nothing. If I had something else, my wife might shoot me. If she watches the playback of this. Now, let me say this. If you guys want another Action Figure Friday, I got a feeling that Jess and I can make more action figures happen. Let us know in the comments if you want more Action Figure Friday. We can make it happen. I mean, if that's what the people want, Jess, then I guess we'll just have to buy some more action figures, you know.
That is true. And I always am up for getting more. I have some on order. I have some in my pile of loot. I have some pre-ordered that are coming. It's going to be, yeah, no, I don't see that slowing down.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm just going to keep buying them. I don't care. I love them.
So good.
Joe Blair is a little bit out of shape that you didn't play the Strat.
Oh man, maybe next time.
Next time you should get it hooked up to your amp and play a little bit.
Maybe I'll play a theme.
So, yeah, like an intro theme.
Dog and T-Bone. I'm a dog and T-Bone.
Okay, perfect. That's what I want to hear.
Done. Are we going to cover statues in a future episode? Jess, that feels like more your wheelhouse. I refuse to let myself get statues because I have a collecting problem.
Yeah, I don't. That would just be me. And I have my statue collection is on my channel. I have videos of my entire statue collection on my channel. It's a 2-part one. So if you want to see my statues, you can go to my channel and find the 2-part statue tour. But I don't think Tyler collects them.
I can't let myself, like, there's some lines in life I have to draw because I have a collecting problem. One of them is statues. Like, if I start, I'll never stop.
Yeah.
My can't start that.
Yeah, I totally see that. I'm fortunate that I ran out of room, so I can't collect anymore. Oh, and my wife would kill me.
That was the second one. You know, the first was the room situation. The second was and my wife would kill me.
Yeah, and she would kill me.
Oh boy. Well, this has been a great show. I'm so glad we got to do this show.
I am too. This has been a lot of fun.
Thank you guys for tuning in. This has been the first show we've done in a really long time. And, you know, I just really missed it, Jess. I really missed doing shows with you. I'm thankful that you didn't replace me with someone else for the TMNT books. You should have. There's no doubt about the fact that you should have. I'm worthless.
I had many applicants.
I'm glad you hung on for me.
Yes. There's only one TBone.
You're the best, Jess. You're the best. And guys, thanks for being a part of the chat. If you hadn't done it, obviously, hit a like on this video. Give the man some love. Subscribe to the channel. I can't imagine you're watching and you're not subscribed, but if you're one of the crazy people who's not subscribed, subscribe. Make another account, subscribe again, just for fun. Get your wife's account, your girlfriend's, your kid's account, subscribe. Every subscription, I'm pretty sure, translates to about $1,000 for Jess. I'm not sure how the numbers work out in YouTube, but I think that's how it works. So help the man fund his action figure collection.
And also you can find me not only OmniDog's Vault on YouTube, but on Instagram, OmniDogs_Vault. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to TBone for joining me and making this so much fun. This was a blast. And maybe we'll be back sooner rather than later with TMNT 8.
That'd be great. Can't wait. Don't be late.
You say that to yourself.
Straight.
Straight. Damn straight.
Yeah, I'm out of rhyming words. That's all I got. That's all I got.
I want to get the Mezco Dr. Fate.
Yeah, it's going to happen. I believe it's going to happen.
Okay. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all of you watching, and anybody that's tuning in afterwards. Thank you so much for watching. We have a fun show, and we're glad you were able to enjoy it with us. So until next time, peace and love. Peace and love.